How does pi influence English word origins? Have you ever wondered where the words we use every day come from? The story of language is a fascinating journey, and at the heart of many modern languages lies Proto-Indo-European, often called pi. This ancient language is the common ancestor of a wide range of languages, including English. While we do not have direct records of pi, linguists have pieced together its structure and vocabulary by comparing related languages like Latin, Greek, and Sanskrit. English is part of the Germanic language family, which evolved from Proto-Germanic, a descendant of pi. This connection means that many English words can trace their roots back to pi forms. Let's look at how pi influences English word origins in several ways. First, consider root words and meanings. Many basic English words come from pi roots. For instance, the English word father is linked to the pi root Peter. This root also gave rise to the Latin word pater and the Greek word pater. These roots often carried core meanings that have persisted through time. Next, we have sound changes and patterns. Over the years, the sounds of pi transformed into the sounds of its descendant languages. Linguists use sound laws like Grimm's law to explain these shifts. For example, the pi sound p often became f in English, as seen in the words pied in Italian and foot in English. Morphology, or the structure of words, is another area where pi has an impact. Pi had a complex system of word endings to indicate tense, number, and case. While English has simplified these features, some elements remain. Understanding pi morphology helps explain why English words can change form, such as child becoming children. Loanwords and language mixing also play a role. English has borrowed extensively from Latin, French, and other languages, many of which also trace back to pi. This means that English vocabulary includes various words with pi origins but different paths and meanings. For example, the English word war comes from a pi root meaning to confuse, which passed through Germanic and Old French before entering English. Studying pi roots allows etymologists to trace the history and changes of English words. This reveals surprising connections across languages and cultures. For instance, the word pie originally referred to a type of pastry and is linked to Latin words related to a magpie bird. This shows how meanings can shift over time. Knowing pi roots helps language learners understand why English words look and sound the way they do. It also reveals how their meanings have developed. For example, the pi root war's meaning, to confuse, explains the origin of the English word war. Originally, it implied confusion or disorder before evolving into its current meaning of armed conflict. By breaking down English words into their ancient components, we can see how prefixes, roots, and suffixes relate to pi forms. This approach enriches vocabulary learning and appreciation of language history. In essence, pi serves as the foundation for many English words, shaping their sounds, meanings, and forms over centuries. Understanding pi roots and their evolution is essential for tracing the origins of English vocabulary and appreciating the rich history embedded in our everyday language.